I have one final question for you, Jim, and it applies to you, but it applies to me, given kind of what I say and what I do. And the question is, the Bulwark is kind of, as I said, the leading kind of, I'd call it Republican publication, or one of the leading Republicans that are opposed to the whole MAGA thing. And I write a number of columns for different newspapers, and I'm kind of the also, like, as a Republican, opposed. My concern is, are we preaching to the choir? In other words, are we really just, whether it's the Bulwark or some stuff I do, are we really just preaching to the people who kind of already agree with us? And if we are, what, if anything, can be done to really impact this country, which I guess means alerting more people to the dangers to our democracy?
That's something I've long thought about. I mean, as you know, I've been with the Bulwark since we started it, and I've seen how our audience has grown and where it's grown. I saw some readers go back to Trump,
So you were able to bring people you feel into the fold. It wasn't just the same folks, in other words, right?
It wasn't all never Trump diehards, right? There were some just
Right.
Trump
Yeah.
skeptical people, who wanted to keep staying informed, who maybe read the Weekly Standard and thought we got a raw
Yeah.
deal. Some of those people were still with us. Some went back to Trump. But after January 6th, the Democratic primary in 2020 and January 6th, we saw our center left audience grow. I do worry about preaching to the choir, but I do think what is the unique service that we offer is we are credible critics of Trump. We've hired people who are not all former Republicans, but they can't say I haven't put in the work, having been with the Republican Party since I was 15 years old. I don't consider myself a Republican really anymore. I still consider myself conservative. But until I see, until people like you are on my ballot, I'm not voting for them.
I'm a Republican. I remain that, but truthfully, I voted for mostly Democrats, and at least in national elections for sure, and to some extent local. Just for that reason, I kind of feel like if you don't have the guts to speak out, you're not worth voting for. Which is kind of the point that you made. What good are you?
Subscribe to Sanity Check now and follow us on Facebook to be part of the discussion.